Alright guys, this is a brief overview of our Project Hyundai Elantra V6. It's a 1998 Hyundai Elantra. Originally it had a 1.6 liter engine. Right now it doesn't have that engine anymore. It has an engine that's practically twice the displacement. Basically has a V6 engine right now. Let's go take a look at the engine bay.
Basically, what you see in front of you, it's a 2.7 liter engine, Hyundai Delta family, G6BA engine code. It came from a 2.7 liter Tuscani Elisa top of the line model, so it has the 6-speed manual. Engine's basically stock. It has intake mods, as you can say. It has custom short ram intake. Oh, it has the Mu intake manifold on top right here. I don't know if it really gains power, but it makes the engine look slightly different than standard. eBay headers, custom 2.5-inch exhaust, 18-inch resonator, surplus Japanese Nismo Weldina muffler. Aside from that, the engine is stock ECU. The transmission is a 6-speed, like what I said. Very nice ratios from stock. Modifications is a stage 1 clutch, lightweight flywheel, OBX LSD. So it's a very tractable power plant. It's not as powerful as we want it to because our peg is to keep up with the Honda B20 hatchback rolling around the metro. But regardless, while they have high RPM power, we have all the low-end torque we want. Let's look at the front brakes. So these are Tuscani Elisa 2.7 front brakes, also similar to the Tiburon SE Special Edition from the US. So the calipers are aluminum and they are embossed with the Hyundai logo. These are pretty light even though they are sliding in design. And as you can see also that there are 5 studs holding the wheel. And we are using wheels from a 2012 Hyundai Elantra. We decided to go 5 stud to accommodate the brakes and to make wheel selection a hell of a lot easier. And then of course now you'll see as we zoom out the overall shade of the car. The car is a dark gray. Right now we call it affectionately Catriona gray. The car is originally ebony black paint code and really want to go back to the stock color, so we went to this dark gray, which makes it slightly different to our eye. So we're enjoying the color thus far. And then now we're going to look at the rear. The rears are still on the stock Elantra rotors and calipers. There's an additional caliper in the back that's supposed to be for a hydraulic handbrake, but that's not functional. And also you can see it is converted to 5 stud as well. That's a custom job that we did at the shop. Now we go to the rear of the car. So the car's muffler is a Nismo Weldina muffler. Again, like what I said earlier, it's connected to a 2.5-inch exhaust with an 18-inch resonator. Stainless steel, everything stainless steel with the exhaust from headers to a muffler. Badges, you can see these are KDM Avante emblems from a later generation Elantra and the emblem from the 2.7 Elisa Special Edition model from Korea as well, of the Tiburon. The spoiler is stock. It's the stock spoiler for 1998 Hyundai Elantra. All locally released Elantras in the Philippines had that spoiler installed.
Let's go to the interior. Kill switch, very important. Because this car, if you leave it more than 2 days with the kill switch on, it discharges. So that's very important to have. Okay, steering wheel is a bit different. It's a steering wheel coming off of a 2007 Santa Fe. The gauge cluster is also 2007 Santa Fe. The seats, this is the passenger seat. This is from also the Tuscani Elisa. These are special seats designed by Recaro but not made by Recaro. They hold you okay. You get tossed around. You have to brace yourself still a little bit. But anyway, it's comfortable and looks good. Radio, we found this very nice JVC head unit. It doesn't play CDs, but it connects to Bluetooth just fine. You can connect to two cell phones at the same time. So it's pretty nice. Yeah, don't mind the wood grain trim. That's the only thing we could find. New old stock. We can always paint it black, but anyway, leave it as is. Oh, we have a shift light, cheap Lazada Racing shift light. It's not very accurate, so it's accurate when you shift it from first gear to second. So that's the only thing I use it for. Let's try to rev it. Hope to not disturb the neighborhood. Doesn't light up. Doesn't light up. But anyway, regardless, it's only accurate to let me know when to shift from first to second. The rest I do it by ear. First gear is actually pretty quick on this car. First gear is about 45 kilometers per hour on max RPM. So this gets up and goes. It has the torque. Really fantastic car to drive. By the way, let's talk about suspension as I drive back to wherever it is that I have to be. Suspension is also Tiburon 2003 Tiburon. Lowering springs are H&R for 2003 Tiburon. So it's lowered 1.5 inches from stock. I used to have coilovers, but anyway, this has a very decent ride so far. Sporty yet absorbative, is that the word? Also has Ultra Racing rear anti-roll bar. Truly custom thing about the suspension is that it uses Evo 5 lower control arms, all aluminum, just to increase the track width 1 inch either side. So track width is 2 inches wider than stock. Driving this car, it's still a pleasure, even though it's not a car that's very refined like a new car. The engine is not fuel efficient at all. It's a 2.7 liter V6. Not practical for these times of very high fuel prices. It's an old Korean car that has no value to anyone except for myself. It's still a pleasure to drive. Even though it has no air conditioning, again, it's not practical for this tropical climate that we are in, but it's still something really fantastic and something I enjoy and appreciate.